Hello everyone, welcome back to Trek A Day. Star Trek is getting two new video games, both of them so far tentatively supposed to be released before the end of this year. Something I actually wanted to talk about in the last Trek Chat. If you missed that, make sure you check that out. Trek Chat number 5, talked about a whole bunch of stuff, and in this one I kind of forgot to talk about. It was one more thing at the end because I talked about so much stuff in that one, so make sure you watch that. But we have Star Trek Infection, two very different games here. It's a VR survival game that feels very much like kind of a generic horror VR game. This one, I was not very impressed. I don't think it's something that I'm going to check out. It really feels like a generic horror survival game in VR with Star Trek attached to it. I don't know. It's really just not for me. It doesn't look very interesting or original, or it's whatever. But the one that looks like it could be interesting is this Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown, and it's awesome that we're getting a new Voyager game. And this one is a strategy game. Looks like it has a lot of real resource management type of gameplay, and it looks interesting, retracing Voyager's journey in your own way. And I feel like this has the opportunity to, through the style of gameplay, play out more like some parts of Voyager should have been shown on the show. Some of the major complaints about Voyager constantly being just kind of repaired the next week, and the jokes about the shuttles. And this type of gameplay feels like you can put a little more of that we are desperate and alone and managing resources and the Year of Hell being more than just a one-off idea. It's a large portion of the journey. I feel like this could be interesting. I feel like a lot of it is going to rely on how well the storytelling ties into the gameplay and how intuitive it is, and I feel like this is one that could be interesting to check out. I feel like it's something that could be bogged down by tedium with some of the things if it gets a little too detailed, and if the controls again don't have a natural great flow to them. It's one that I think is going to be very reliant on both, again, the narrative structure and how that ties into gameplay, as well as the physical controls and how well that works, especially because it feels like something geared more towards PC. I don't know if it's going to be getting any kind of console release at this time. Who knows? And we'll see how that works. It just feels like something that works more on a PC. It reminds me of a lot of older PC strategy type games I would have played in like the 90s. So I was hoping for something that was more of a very narrative driven game like Star Trek Resurgence, but it's cool at least to see that there are some new Star Trek games coming our way.